Hi everyone, so today we have another review, and this time, as you can see, it's BF109G series from Eduard, and it was released recently in this Royal Class edition. And why it would be interesting for us, because it features not only G6 version but also all other G versions of the BF109. As you can see, it comes in this huge box. You can see in comparison with my hand it's really huge and it's heavy. This kit is this famous 148 scale model, and this kit features basically two sets of parts for building two models, and there is also, I would say, a huge amount of painting options included into this kit. As you can see, there are 16 of them. And from the other side of the box, it's really heavy. From the other side of the box we see what's included there. Inside you would find the rockets, also underwing cannons, bracing wheels, this beer glass, and also a piece of the metal from real BF109G14. Let's open it and check it a bit more thoroughly. It's classical top opening box. So, what we have inside is a bit, I would say, is a bit untraditional for Eduard, but we've seen it already in some Royal classes, for example Spitfire, which we will be reviewing soon. So, we have here, as I said, two sets of parts. We have here a glass, we have here this piece of metal on the wood, and also bracing parts. What's interesting, because, for example, as you can see, it's hard to pull, for example, glass, because I think it's somehow attached. Yeah, it was glued, so you don't have to worry about damaging glass being damaged during shipment. So let's open the box and see. There are 6 types of glasses, and that's why it's even more interesting to see which glass we got. It's hard to pull this glass away. I think it's also glued, or no, it's just wrong packaging. But anyway, let's open it. So, what we see inside is this glass. I would zoom it in. There are 6 types of glasses, as I said, and every features its own sign of the flying group, but otherwise, as you can see, it's manufactured by Bohemian Crystal, so it should be good. And also here are some instructions on how to use this glass and how to clean it and blah blah blah, even in Russian. Interesting. Really nice glass. Should be nice to drink beer from it, huh? Okay, we go next. And next we have this piece of metal. It's really hardly glued, but otherwise we have this piece of metal on the wooden base. It's a bit tricky packaging. Okay, we'll make it like this, and then we have it here. So, here it is. BF109 for G14 piece of metal. As you can see, I think it's glued, yep. It's glued onto the base. Nice wooden base, nice writing. Should look nice in your collection. Okay, we move on, and what we see here is a Brassin accessories box. This traditional design. Inside we find parts secured with a huge piece of foam, and there are also these rockets and wheels, cannons, and that's all. That's pretty much all. Let's check some more closer. Because these parts are installed in pairs, I will show just one piece of each. As far as I understood, you can install only one set of, for example, underwing cannons. So only one model from this set would feature underwing cannons. So we have it here. That's the main gun part. Then we have a gondola itself. Don't forget that it can be opened. I would show the door. But as you can see, the molding is good. Here is the doors, which can be used when you open cannons. And here, I think these are the barrels of the gun. Looks nice. Okay, next are rockets. There is also only one set of those. So here are the rockets themselves. As you can see, beautifully molded parts. Almost nothing to complain. Here is the casing. Looks nice. Here is the front part of rockets. Also really nice. Looks good enough. Here are some other parts. I think that would be used for the attaching to the wing. And here is some else. Looks good enough for me. And should look even better on the assembled model. Okay, and wheels. I would use only one pair of wheels. So we have it here. Nicely molded wheels. They feature even writings on the tire balls. It's a pity I can show them properly. But anyway, like nice wheels. It should be better than original plastic ones. But I mean, when I was assembling G6 with plastic only, it was like really obvious that even plastic parts are nice enough for 48 scale, so it's up to you. Anyway, it's nice to have this option included into the kit. Then we go for the first clear sprue. There should be plenty of parts here. So, clear sprue, you've seen it several times. It features several types of canopies, even this arrow type. Also, it features this fuel line. And once again, I would note the attachment point that part of the fuel lines that should be clear, it would stay clear even if you would like detach this part from the sprue. Here is the target side, front glasses, and also several types of the rear part. Should look nice. And also this armor back of the pilot. Backplate, as they call it. Okay, we go next. Here is the most interesting part, because even though here, even though here like 2 sets of kits, we have here 4 sets of wings. Why? Because some, I think, would be used for different versions. Let's open. Okay, here are the parts. Frankly speaking, I don't see any difference, but yep. As usual, it's this bulge on the. So this bulge on the top side is featured on the 2 sprues. I suppose it's G6 version and others. As you can see, molding is still the same, so nothing to complain about. And the other part, it doesn't feature bulge on the wing, and also it features almost the same bottom part of the wing. So, as I said, you would have the possibility to replicate almost all G versions of the BF109, and it should look good. Also here 4 parts of the fuselage. Not parts, sprues, I would say. But anyway. Okay, so we remove them and we check them closer. One is for earlier versions, as you can see here. Still the same quality of molding, and inside there is almost no detailing because it would be supplied with extra parts which are molded on the separate sprue. And what's interesting, because steel bulges are present on the sprue, so, and 2 types of gun cooling. And the second sprue, it features special spots for the gun bulges, and also here is this bulge on the wing, which is present in all G versions and which was like discussed fiercely on all web forums. As you can see, riveting is still present. Nice, beautiful. Next we have these 2 huge sprues, which are a special class, like 2 sprues for 1 model, so you don't have to remove 1 sprue from one bag. I think that's also smart. Okay, So we have here this traditional, almost traditional sprue with all parts. As you can see here, landing gear panels, two types of dashboards, one with molded tiles, and as you can see it's really beautiful. One is for PE parts or decals. That's some cockpit part, I don't remember what for. Here is cockpit base. I mean, you should remember all those parts from our review and build reviews. We've seen it plenty of times. Still, quality is astonishing, and it assembles pretty much easily. I mean, it's really enjoyable process when you're assembling this model. And here is another sprue. It features air intakes, tail planes, special attachment for the auxiliary tank, ailerons, front slats, tail strut with landing gear, wheels of the landing gear for the tail. What else? Gun barrels, of course. Exhausts. Also, there are underwing cannons supplied in a plastic option, so you would have a choice if you want to build two airplanes with underwing cannons. Wing edges, all molded with a pitted tube. Another armor backrest, also rudders. Really nice. These sprues are totally identical to the ones which we saw now. They would be used for another model. Next we have this nice envelope, white envelope. Guess what's inside? That's a beer game from the Eduard, where you collect all those beer tags for the competition. Those are randomly selected, you can't buy especially one. So we have here it's PF109G14, and also here is a sticker which you would have to glue. So I guess I've got straight away this Jolly Joker. Nice. As you can see, printing quality is a bit different in comparison with previous Spitfire series, because Spitfire was like glossy white and was much thicker. Still nice. I mean, I have whole collection of the Spitfire, and it's really nice to have. You use it sometimes, you know. So manual. Manual is really heavy. As you can see, it's really pretty thick. And I don't know why here it's in black and white, but inside we find all instructions done in color. As you can see, here are some distinctions between the versions of the BF109. Again, some instructions on how to assemble different versions of the fighter. Really heavy manual. I mean, it's like book on its own. Now we have these nice marking guides. Just to remind, there are 16 of them. Marking options available, so you would have plenty of choice. This one is even beautiful. It's even more beautiful, I would say, because it's clean metal. Then we have that is Swedish. And here we have, I don't know, I think it was in Romania. So plenty of colorful options. Also here, as you can see, stencil guides. And once again, it's really thick. So we move on. We have this special page for the this beer game where you would stick your stickers done on thick paper. Here is a certificate of authenticity, let's say. So it officially says that this piece of metal is originates from BF109 G14. And here, of course, not real. Oh no, it's this real. This one, signature of the Jan Zdiarski. It's real. You can see it. That it's done by a real pen. So it's really nice. It should be hard to sign all those 500 copies. Inside we have this detailed history of this G14. And also here is some information about the museum and everything else connected with this. Next we have a set of PE parts. I will zoom it in now and we focus the camera. So we have one traditional gold cover footage and another one pre-painted, which includes belts. I don't know why, because here is a textile belts included into this kit. And of course dashboard parts and some other minor parts. Here textile belts. As you can see, there are two sets of them, so it won't be that hard to use them. So also on this P thread, you also have parts for the textile belts. I was wondering what for is it. And also we have painting masks here. Nothing special, traditional Eduard product, nothing to be surprised of. And this huge Deco Shield. That's one of the main components of this kit, I would say. Because this huge page with decals, it includes all necessary signs for 16 marking options which are included into this kit. But let's begin from the stencils sheet. There are two of them. They both are printed in Eduard, and as you can see, quality is still good enough. As you can see, all letters are sharp, colors are bright, so it should look almost like paint. As I said, there are two of them. You can see them here. And then we move on to the huge sheet, which is printed by cartograph, I suppose. Yep, printed by cartograph. And we have here almost all necessary signs. Not almost, I mean all necessary signs which you would use on 16 marking options. I think you would have some left after you apply. So really nice printing quality. Again, sharp colors, sharp writings, bright colors. Even the special decals for the wing edges, spinner decals, everything that we would need. Even the dashboard decal. I just wonder who would use it when you have a PE part. And for example for the rudder also supply this here. And all necessary signs are basically included. Printed on the thin paper. Nice. I mean, I really like it. If you want to build a nice BF109 without like any, I would say, troubles and problems, when you have everything that you would need included into this kit, and also you have some nice bonuses which would be really interesting to have. I mean, this glass and this piece of metal would decorate your collection and decorate your shelves with models, and it would be especially nice to build this particular BF109 G14 with this piece of metal close to it. So that's pretty much all for today, and as usual you can read full review on our website. It promises to be a huge review. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and our Facebook group. We are growing and we need you as usual. So thanks for watching and see you soon.